for the very lady.
So I'm very like I think like I expressed on the other podcast we had about this. I don't blame Will. I don't blame Chris Rock. I blame Jada, right? And I blame it even more when it comes to this. When I seen this, when she laughed when he was walking back. There was no. All right, so let's go back, and I think Tay already touched on this a little bit. We're gonna go back. So, first of all, from what allegedly, Will Smith leaves his wife for Jada. Right?
Yeah.
He goes, they have kids together, right? So now. Jada said some crazy, wild stuff about Will Smith, allegedly. She said that this man, she don't like the way he has sex.
Like what?
Like she putting all the skeletons out the closet. She putting all the skeletons out the closet.
Right. She's publicly embarrassed this man. Now, then you go and have sex with the man, like your son's friend, or whatever young man. This is a young man, right? Then on this table talk, when they're talking about the entanglement, whatever the red table talk, right?
Yeah,
she says that she at this point she hasn't felt good in a long time until she had relations with this man, with this young man. Right? Now, I'm gonna just tell you how I feel. I feel like Jada knows how to pick people who have mental issues or have issues with themselves.
No self-esteem.
And exactly. I.e., I feel like she knew that Will Smith had some emotional issues to do with, as far as like him and women, right? Being able to protect him. Like she knew how to play off the things that how he feels about protecting women, and like she really was like playing on his emotions, right? Then you got August, who's like mentally
manipulative.
Right.
He's able to be manipulated.
Right. Yeah. So now the Oscars come. Right? Now she's done all this stuff and more. It's some other stuff I'm sure she's done. Right? Oscars come. Chris Rock cracks on her. The camera zooms back, so I don't know what her face really looks like. I know she rolls her eyes.
Yeah.
Right?
Showed that.
He chuckled though. Right? Then hauls off and smacks him. Right? Now, what's missing between the time that he left that chair and he went to go smack him, is a woman saying, "Yo, Will, what are you doing? Get back here. Why are you about..." You didn't say nothing.
No, you didn't even uncross your legs. Like that was my whole thing. Like nothing changed from her. Right. Like she had her hands over her leg like this, and her lips were pursed, and she sat there and she watched him make a fool of himself for her.
Right.
That was my whole to do.
I didn't hear. I never heard never uncrossed your legs before. That was a good take, though. That was a good take.
Right.
Nobody never mentioned that yet.
A woman that is has her legs crossed has no intentions of getting up and doing anything. So that was my whole point. In order to protect him from losing his Oscar, from losing his jobs, because they've halted bad boy. I know Martin Lawrence like, what? I ain't had nothing to do with that. Like,
no, right? Like, yo, this is not going to be though.
His future projects.
Like all of his stuff that he's doing.
All that stuff came to a halt because of all of this. So,
and I could just imagine her being the type of person that will blame him despite the chivalrous action that he committed to protect.
Right.
I can just see her.
You heard the statement afterwards.
What was the statement?
She said,
allegedly.
Okay, my fault. Allegedly. She said, I do not approve of the slap. I did not think it was good at all. And she also said that I am not a woman that needs protection. I can take care of myself. So hearing that is like, that was unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't have to say that. Like, you didn't have to make this man feel even stronger.
Right.
You do not have to say that.
You're deflecting. You're taking your hands off of the situation. That's what I hate about it.
It's like all the stuff. I haven't seen any like coming together as one unit in any of this stuff. It's like she removes herself from it and she's just putting Will and his action in a space by itself. She's not coming to defend him. She's not coming to stand by or support him or what he did or anything like that, either good or bad. She's not including it like, we are in this together, anything like that. It's no camaraderie or support for anything. It's just, there's some stuff that's behind those walls that I don't think we will ever hear, but there's some stuff going on that it ain't pretty. I'm pretty sure it's no peace in that home like that. It's a big front for whatever they show us on TV.
If Jada was a superhero or villain, her superpower would be mind control.
Tino going deep.
Yo, it's crazy. Because it bothers me. It bothers me to see this. It really does. It bothers me to see a man who is very successful, who has done so much and put so much into his craft.
True.
And has done so much for his family. I feel for him as a father, as a husband, because as men, we go to work every single day for our families, for our legacy. We do all these things. And then you, as a wife, there's no balance with you. There's no balance in this relationship. It's like you first of all, when he's sitting there screaming, you ain't telling him to shut up. You ain't telling him to do. He's cursing. The FCC I'm telling you, they probably got fined. Whatever how that works behind the scenes. I'm just speculating, right?
Yeah.
So you not saying be quiet, yo. Here's the thing. You got up that morning. You knew what day it was. It was the Oscars. You went and got fresh. You got in the shower. You did all these things to come to this event. You know what time it is. Everybody in this circle, this fraternity of actors, somebody knows somebody that does the Oscars nominees, and they probably called Will, was like, yo, Will, listen, you getting that award tonight, bro. You getting that award. Because here's the thing. You know, like these awards, when somebody who knows somebody behind the scenes, so then you go tell somebody, it gets around, it is like almost a big thing where everybody knows that you're going to get your first Oscar. Like, you know it. So your purpose is, I got a great chance to get my first Oscar. You let that man, let me not say let, because he's at fault from getting up.
He's his own
right?
man. Yeah,
right. But you did nothing to protect the bag. You did nothing to protect the bag.
It's a I thing. It's all for it's like every person for themselves, and she's for herself. I mean, we can clearly see that.
I'm saying that is for real because
it's crazy.
I saw a Red Table Talk, and they was talking about Will Smith was talking about something that he did for her birthday. He was doing he did all the nines, got I don't even remember what the singers that he got.
To sing. He did this whole
did it all big and everything, and then she wasn't with it because she was like, "You did this for your own ego." And on the show, he said, and she was right. I was like, "That, ego or not, whatever it is, at the end of the day, he's the you. You can say it's about his ego or whatnot. It's like, yeah, I'm Will Smith. This is my wife, and this is what I did for my wife.
Right.
Like, there is no way that you should make someone feel small for doing what they can.
Right.
For you, just because it's Will Smith and but you married Will Smith. It's not like you married some low key dude who has a bunch of money and this. Everybody know what this. I want to say.
And guess what? If I did it for my ego, so what?
Yes, I got an ego. Like, give me a break.
That was like, chicks are supposed to be. I mean, you get with that. Like if you do something, you got money. I'm saying, you got money. You have a wife. You want to do the best you can for your wife and your family. That's what you can. That's what you do to example your love for someone else. So if I go out there and I do what I want to, if I can afford it, why not? I'm Will Smith.
Right.
I can pay X amount of dollars to do this, that, and the third for you. But you over here talking about this was for you. This wasn't for me. It's not my birthday. It's your.
Right. And it's almost like expected from the outside world. Like it's Will Smith. Like, I just feel like when you don't appreciate somebody, it shows. Like,
has she ever owned up to anything that she's done? Like, has she ever said, I was wrong and I did this?
Yes, it's called entanglement.
Not in those terms.
Like,
not in those terms. No.
Like nothing. Like nothing. Like there was. Has there? Okay, we know, and she's come out and said whatever Will's done. But has she came out on the Red Table Talk and said, you know what? I am at fault for doing X, Y, Z, but beyond the entanglement, because from all I'm seeing now is that affair, that entanglement, or whatever you want to call it, that affair is the only thing that she's claiming that she had, and then when she came out with that, it's like she's still found a way to where she didn't get the blunt of it. It's still kind of dumped out down on Will. So is there anything that she has done that she can say, you know what? I admit I am wrong. There's no but behind it. I did this. I am wrong.
I've never heard it.
And people like that, if you don't hear where somebody else is actually taking, the blame or actually admitting when they're wrong, when you find people that don't do that, that's a problem. That is a problem.
Well, she calls it. She talks around in circles. If you ever
that's dangerous.
Have watched Red Table Talk, it's like I saw the entanglement episode, and I saw another episode where her daughter was coming out as, I can't remember if she was bisexual or cisgender, saying that she doesn't identify with any gender. Or whatever.
Both of their kids say that's
yeah,
crap.
but okay, so she basically talks in circles, just like with the whole slap thing. The next day she posts this quote, "Now it's time for healing." Girl, shut up. Like, what are you talking? Like, shut up.
I'm gonna tell y'all, we're gonna end it here because we actually at the 30-minute mark, but I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna end it right here. All I'm saying is, listen, I don't mean to put your wife's name in my mouth, right? I don't. I really don't. But it gotta be said. This is not. Listen, if you don't like it, this is for all the men out there, who struggle to make their families better and try to do what's right. And just generally, right? Try to be great people. We may not be perfect, but we are trying our best, right? For all those men, watch the type of wife that you marry. Watch the type of girlfriend that you have. Whatever relationship whatever person that's supposed to have your back in times like this when you want to smack a person. When you want to smack a person and they turn around and say, you know what? I don't co-sign the slap. Even though he did it for me, he was trying to defend me. I don't co-sign the slap. I can defend myself. When you listen, if you hear your wife say that, run. I'm talking about pack your bags, bruh.
And also be careful.
And get up out of there.
If any relationship, whatever, if both people in the relationship don't take ownership of whatever is going on, whether it be good or bad, and say that they both had just amount of equal blame in it,
run.
It's something wrong. Because it take two to tango. A relationship is a two-way street.
Exactly. You have to be able to take an L. You have to be able.
You got to admit it.
One perfect human being on the planet. Everybody is wrong at one point, some point, or another. And if you can't take being wrong, you're not supposed to be in it.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. We listen. We're in it like that. That's all I'm saying. But don't send your Philly goons after me. Well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bro.
I guarantee you, if Steve Harvey was up there hosting the Oscars, he ain't walking up there on no stage slapping him.
No, not that big dude. Nah,
he from Cleveland.
Right. Man, listen. But so let's get into another topic, man.